Hi, welcome to this presentation on RSS Feeds for FCC official documents. Thank you for joining me. My name is Amir Abdullah. I'm the Instructional Services and Research Librarian up at the William A. Wise Law Library. I say up because I'm presenting to you today via room 1B06 downstairs in the basement of the Law Library. If you've not been here, it is fantastic. So some of you may be thinking, what's an RSS? RSS stands for Real Simple Syndication, or Rich Site Summary. Essentially, it's a hyperlink that you can get from many websites, put into an aggregator, and then use that aggregator to get that website information delivered straight to you. That way, you're not having to go to a website, rather you're being presented information on your own application or web page. So let's be clear. RSS aggregators tend to be either web pages that you can visit or applications. This includes web applications like extensions or on-device applications like on a Mac through the App Store, and even PCs have it within their store. So when thinking about aggregators, right, I want all of you to be on the same page. So what you need to decide is how you want to access this aggregator. Do you want to access it via the web, an application, your mobile device? How do you think it would best serve you, right? Remember, information coming to you from the FCC, not you having to go there. Granted, you're going to an app, but still slightly different, right? So I'm going to use Feedly. Feedly is great because it offers a web-based aggregator. That means you can get on Macs, PCs, hopefully Linux, essentially any PC that you have out there, right? Additionally, we know, or I know, because I did the research on it, and all these hyperlinks, by the way, would be sent to you or usable to you through this PowerPoint, which I will share with you and the class. But it works, there's an extension for Feedly for Firefox and then Chromium-based browsers, i.e. Chrome, Edge, Opera, you name it, it's probably Chromium. If not, you might want to get on that Chrome train. Everyone else seems to be on it, but that's up to you. Additionally, you can have the website itself, right? So like Feedly. So I'm talking about Feedly. Feedly has a website. You can get on the website anywhere, right? Non-Chromium browsers, Brave, whatever you're using, you can access it. Safari, that's Safari. Additionally, there are aggregator applications. So Feedly has an app in the App Store. So if you have a Mac, right? MacBook Pro, Mac Mini, not Mac Mini, MacBook Air, right? I use a Mac Mini. There's an app that I can download thanks to Apple allowing Macs to now download iPad and iPhone apps. You can get it on one of those devices, get one of those apps on your device via that service. Windows does something cool. I think Macs do it too, but you can create a shortcut, and I'll work with you on that separately. That's for another video. But the hyperlink on the slide takes you to howtogeek.com, which is a great how-to website, and it tells you the step-by-steps on how to create it. In fact, you can see on my desktop here, I created an app for Feedly. So anyways, on top of that, like I said, mobile and tablet, I did check this, it's on Android. I checked with someone with an Android phone, I'm sorry, I have an iPhone. But the app is available on Android and on Mac, iOS. It's fantastic, it's just really good. So let's talk a little bit about Feedly. Right? So how do you actually set up your RSS feed? So first you need to set up an account. The steps are pretty easily. We're gonna, go to Feedly, click get started, create your account, confirm your account, and then get started. I'm gonna walk you through that process. I've already done it, so apologies if something kind of populates on its own. But for all of y'all's benefit, I downloaded Chrome and tested this before I got here. So we're gonna go to feedly.com. From Feedly, we're gonna go to get started. You can sign in using any of these options if you're like a Google person. I really use Bing, Edge more than anything else. You can use that. If you have Apple, use it. Good thing about Apple, you can hide your email address, which is really great. Also populates passwords, really awesome. Or you can connect it to some other app, as you cannot see on the screen. Sorry about that. You know what's funny? You could not even see the app, and I just realized that the app is missing. That's so funny. So let me change this view so you can see it. So anyways, now you see the app, it's right here. And if I go to Google, you'll now see what I'm looking at. You'll input your email address. I use my school email account. I suggest you do the same. First name, I put in my real first name, I put in my real last name. I created my own password, and I indicated that I was not a robot. I had to follow this whatever, right? Traffic lights, boom, boom. Hopefully I'm not a robot. I don't think I am. For the purpose of this demonstration, I'm going to use a fake email address, right? I am a fake at outlook.com. First name, Sam. I am. Password, whatever, and then get started. Once that happens, Feedly will populate. And what's cool is they ask you whether or not you want to do a personal account or a work account. Now, this is kind of y'all's work, right? You'll learn clinic. But it's easy to set up if you just do personal and that other, right? They're not really asking for a lot of information, which is great. I assume they're asking you this so they can show you their featured little cool concepts, whatever. I don't care. And maybe you don't either. So, not sure why that happened, but let me go back, do this. Hopefully it doesn't kick me out. It did. And so we did personal other, and now we just need to move the RSS feed, right? So you can go to this website. It's linked on the slides. Again, you should have access to these slides right now. And if you click it, hopefully this works. It'll open up a browser, and it should populate the web page. So this is a web page your professor gave me. Thank you, Professor Blake. I really appreciate it. And if you notice, it even says RSS feed and email updates from the FCC, right? So this is what I'm trying to help you with today, right? Get the RSS feed to your app so you don't have to go onto this website, cumbersome around, look around, do whatever, waste time, right? So if we scroll down, we can see that there are RSS feeds for a bunch of different documents. For this example, I'm going to choose the FCC releases combined. What I'm going to do is I'm going to right click and then copy link address. Alternatively, you can push Control, hover over whatever it is that you're trying to get the RSS link to, click the left button, select copy link address. Same, super easy. Now that we have that link address, right, we're going to go back to our Feedly page. We're going to scroll down to the document RSS feed. Up. We're going to go back to our Feedly page and look on the left-hand side, right? So I have Feedly open here, went away again. And on the left-hand side, right, we see this column. That's pretty interesting, right? It looks like there's nothing there. But in reality, we have these options, right? These captions, track trends and topics using Leo Web Analytics. Okay. We also have this, which is very interesting. Follow website, Twitter, Reddit, newsletters. We're going to click that, right? And then in the search box, we're going to do Control B, paste that feed, make sure that that's what we wanted, right? FCC recent releases, click it, and then follow. They're going to make us create a folder for this. You know, clinic class, right? This is where we are. This is what you probably name it as. You'll know it if you don't use RSS feeds. This is probably your own folder. So create, boom, left-hand side, not the far left column, the one next to it. There's this little feed here, right? Under feeds. We can click the feed for FCC recent releases. We see that there are 10 next to it. The reason why is there are 10 posts here that have now been aggregated to your feed, right? To your aggregator. It's great. That's like exactly what I told you, right? This comes to you. Right now, it's 4:21 p.m. Mountain Time, which means that in DC, they've been done for quite a while. So these are probably the last posts that have come up today. Some interesting features is that you can read it later and bookmark it. You can save it to a board, and Feedly tells you what a board is down here. Probably won't apply to you, and that's totally fine, right? Organize your saved article by project topic and more. Again, this is one class. This is your clinic class. Unless you're doing this for a lot of different organizations that you're working for or projects that you're working on, I would just not even worry with that. Why would mess with it? You can also indicate that you've read this section. So boom, unread, and you can delete it. You can just mark it and remove it. As you saw when I clicked it by mistake, you get more options at the top. Feedly integrates with things like Evernote, which is really cool. And you can play around and figure out how you want to use this later. But this is the important part, right? As you saw when I clicked here on the last one, visit website, it takes you to that document, right? Wireless Bureau, market-based pending terminations, right? And now you can get the PDF or text. Super cool. You don't need to thank me. I know I just saved you a bunch of time. But in reality, it's great, right? You've essentially now gone to a position to where you're getting these feeds that update you daily, right? And that's where you want to be at, right? You don't want to have to keep going to the website to keep refreshing it, or to keep having to go there and look, right? You have a very specific task. Those documents are being sent to your Feedly, and you can mark them as read or read, or you're going to read it later, or whatever, right? The site has those directions in them, right? That's really all the site is. It's really a step-by-step how to. If you took a foundations class or a little research class, that's what we teach you all, right? Show us the steps of how to do what you do. That's what this PowerPoint is. If for any reason you'll have questions, please feel free to reach out to me or any of the other law librarians here at the William A. Weiss Law Library. I'm more than happy to help you through this process. And I will give you the caveat. If you're on the Feedly webpage, right? And you're not sure if this is everything, you can refresh it. Literally, just refresh it. Refresh. If this was at before 3 p.m. our time, you would still see that update constantly, which is really awesome. Regardless, I hope this helped y'all. And y'all should play around with the website to get a better sense of what you need and ask your professor for which documents he wants you to look at and track. Super crucial. I don't know. I'm just the guy showing you what to do. But your professor knows all of it, and I'm sure he's more than happy to tell you what to have aggregated to you, right? I'm gonna just do one last thing before I leave. I'm going to get out of this webpage. I'm going to go back to sharing my screen on not projecting it. So you should be looking at my home screen right now. And this is the app I created, the shortcut. This is what my app looks like. It's my Feedly link, Feedly page for what I'm looking for. And again, I have all the same options. I can refresh the page. It tells me the same amount of followers. It tells me how many articles come out per week or how many I'm limited to. Feedly has a limit of 100 documents. Once it's 100, you gotta start deleting stuff. Okay? You gotta start deleting stuff. We don't have an account with them. This is not something that like we're paying for. If you have an RSS reader that you prefer or aggregator that you prefer, please share that with me. I'm more than happy to change this entire presentation up and use that one instead. But again, all the same features, all of it. It's the exact same thing. And it's great. And like I said, they have an extension, they have a web page. You know, what more can you ask for? If you have questions, please raise your hand. I'm more than happy to answer it. Please email me later. I'm more than happy to answer it. Again, if you have any questions, email. My email address is amir.abdullah@colorado.edu. Thank you again for your time. I hope you enjoyed this simple presentation on RSS feeds. Take care.